This is a CS 5155 Cyber Defense Overview presentation by Aaron Sachowski and Eric Albino. So topics we'll be discussing is using cheat engine to hack Sid Meier's Civilization 5. We will refer to the game as Civ 5, and more specific, the hack will be a code injection. The agenda for this presentation is we will give you some background information about both Civ 5 and cheat engine. We'll show you our environments that we used, show the code injection hack in action, then show you what is happening behind the scenes in cheat engine and what the code is doing, how this relates to cyber defense, and then some closing remarks. So a little bit of background information. Civ 5 is a strategy turn-based game where the objective is to use resources to win by either conquering the world and destroying the enemy civilizations, being most technologically advanced civilization, spreading culture to other civilizations, or diplomatically becoming the world-leading civilization. Cheat Engine is an open source program that will allow you to modify games in real time that are on your host machine. Alright, so here's my environment. We are playing as the United States. So found our city, and you can see all these things came up. So the big thing we're going to look at is gold. As you can see, it's used to buy stuff, and like such as soldiers and stuff like that. So quickly go choose our production, choose our research, and then keep these at alert. So as we can see, you can make them move anywhere. So every turn we can move them to tiles and stuff like that. And the turn thing is important because that's when the game updates every single time. So yeah, this is my environment, and then Eric will show his environment.
Hello, this is my environment. I'm playing the Civilization of Italy. Here's my capital, Rome. I'm currently playing against AJ. Would like to beat him. I'm earning 5 gold a turn, and I would like that to change very quickly. So we're a little bit in the game, and I'm still earning 5 gold a turn, and I want that to change. I want to be able to hack the game by earning, let's say, like 1,000 or 10,000 gold per turn. That would be a great hack because I can start to like buy more units, buy more land. So I'm going to be using this cheat called Cheat Engine. And basically what it does is it's a program that lists all the memory addresses that's being used by a certain process. So I can open the Civ 5 game and find the value of the gold, or find the memory address of where the gold is being stored at. So let's do that. So let's just do a value between 20 times 100. And the reason why I have to do 20 times 100 is because of the way Civ stores its information. If I just put 20, Civ will take that as 0.2. So that's why I have to do times 100. And then save measures, I'll do to make this. So we'll scan this, and we found a lot of addresses. And so now I want to do a couple turns just to, I guess, filter out the memory addresses and keep it going. So now I'm at 26. Okay. So we'll do 26. Okay, so it's one of these two, so we'll just move one more time. Waiting for AJ to take his turn. Now we could do 31. So as you can see, it's this memory address that the gold is stored in. So now we want to find out what assembly code writes to this address. So we're going to be moving again for Cheat Engine to load which set of instructions are being loaded. Okay, so we have a list of instructions. So now let's show the disassembler. And here's the disassembler for this specific memory address that the gold is being written into. And here are all the commands that are being run that are being put into this memory address. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to basically be sort of writing some new code into this memory address. So what we're doing is we're going to assemble some new code. So what we're going to be doing is basically making a new method. Okay, so what we want to be doing with this new method is we basically want it to act sort of the same as the code before, except do one special thing. So basically what we can gather from here is what it's doing is it's basically taking the memory address of EAX and moving it into ECX08 and moving ECX04 into EAX. So I think what we can gather from this is that EAX is the specific memory address that is holding our gold value. So what we want to be doing is we want to add to that EAX memory address. So let's just do this. Cool. So now we're going to be adding 100,000 to EAX, and we're going to be doing the same thing as what the old code did. So we're going to be moving that EAX memory to this, and this is all to make sure that the game doesn't crash and no suspicions are aroused. Because one false move that I do here, the game, of course I said the game will crash, and yeah, that won't be good for both competitor for AJ. This, and we want to have method, and shape. Like here. So now we still need to figure out what the code is doing. So it looks like it's jumping to this JMP. We're just going to do this from here. What's it called? And we need to copy. We need to copy this right here. Okay, so here's some of the code. Now we want to have the ability to go back to what it usually does without when we disable the when we disable the cheat, if we choose to do so. So let's just allocate the new method. And then when this DL is called, we can do, so when this DL is called, we can basically do the exact same thing as the old code. So now we're going to be adding it to our cheat table. So let's just do that. Okay, sweet. So now we have the script. Like I said before, basically all it does is it adds 10,000 to this EAX, which is what the gold value is stored at. So let's activate the script and let's see our changes work. So we're going to be going next turn. Okay, sweet. So it looks like we are gaining a lot more gold than 5 per turn. Let's do that again. Sweet. So we're basically earning 1,000 gold per turn, which is not very fair to AJ because he's earning about the same gold I am. So that's basically it.
So now I'm going to tell you how all this relates to cyber defense. Most games' online systems, they read information from a client and they use that to update their server. And they do this to keep every player in sync across the board and keep data consistent. However, a cheater can hack the game by using code injection or just run some code and it could change his or her memory value, and this sort of like tricks the server. Not really tricking the server, but it's changing the value to what the cheater wants to have an advantage in the game. And here's kind of a diagram that shows you what's going on. So this is actually representing the simulation that we were just running. We have the cheater and the other player, and they're playing the same game, Civ 5 for instance, and here's the server that is sort of the middleman between them that holds all of the information. So the cheater changes the gold value from like 0 to 2 million. Now obviously this is a complete hack and this is not intended for the game. However, because the cheater has changed the gold value, the server says, okay, the gold value is updated on this computer. Now I have to change my database or wherever the gold value is stored in here. And because that value has changed, it makes a call saying, okay, all other players must update their memory as well to keep the data in sync. So the server reads the data, and the other player has to read that data of 2 million gold. Obviously, this is a complete hack. However, this is intended. There's really nothing that the server can do because the data is unencrypted. There's really no check to see if, wow, this value just changed automatically, or this is a crazy value that should not be intended. But yeah, this is sort of like the hack.
Alright, some closing remarks. We highly discourage anyone from using this for online play. Cheat Engine is against the rules for most games to have hacks like this, and can result in you being banned from the game and online services. This does work for other games such as Minecraft and others, but we only recommend this with Cheat Engine on local games or not playing against others. You can have fun with it if it's on your own local machine, but do not use it against other players, as it is integrity violation. Anyway, that is our presentation. Thank you, and have a nice day.